Hello, welcome to Rise and Bust. In today's episode, we will see another rise and bust story. We will analyze how it rose to glitter success, and then we will understand the mistakes that led to its downfall. And just to let you know, we post well-analyzed and real rise and fall stories. Stories of companies and people that once ruled the world, but then busted for small mistakes or series of mistakes. If you are interested in similar stories, then do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Now relax and enjoy the story, and let us know in the comments what you learned today.
The Nike Fuelband was an activity tracker in the form of a wristband. It resulted from a well-thought-out plan, which combined the legendary Nike brand identity with athletic performance. The Fuelband wristband helped establish a new market segment and set new design, technology, and manufacturing standards for wearable devices. Nike tasked consulting firms with the challenge of turning a vision for a wearable input device into a reality. The final product was a band-like device that had a variety of features that seemed almost impossible to combine into one device: a miniaturized sensor, hidden display, an integral USB clasp, and 3 adjustable sizes, all while having enough battery to last 1 week and being durable enough to withstand the demands of sports. The execution of this product pushed the boundaries of product engineering and manufacturing. Let's take a closer look at its launch success, decline, and why abandoning it was an overall good decision for the company. Chapter 1. Product Development and Release. To better understand the product, we should go into more detail regarding its development. With a limited development timeframe to transform this dream product from an idea to a tangible item, the main, crucial aspect was designing a product structure and fabrication plan that would hide the product's complexities and conceal the intricacies of this extraordinary device. To be more specific, the task of molding a circuit onto a wrist-formed frame wasn't the only goal. It had to be ensured that the entire assembly was water-resistant while also adding the intricacy of lithium batteries, a small latch mechanism with an integral USB port, and an overmolded button. Every aspect of the device had to be carefully designed and engineered for the project to be satisfactory. The design and production processes of the product were deeply entwined, resulting in a flexible multi-material frame that supports a flexible circuit and is covered in thermoplastic rubber. The $149 Nike Plus Fuelband was officially shipped on February 22, 2012, and was immediately well received by the public. People worldwide were excited to get their hands on the new Nike Plus Fuelband. This popular activity tracker involved its users in a competition. It embraced the gamification of exercise, which means attaching game mechanics to non-game activities. The Nike Plus Fuelband sought to transform the brand from one that made all kinds of sneakers into a formidable tech firm. Its streamlined, lightweight construction with an interactive light show gave off a futuristic, stylish, and enjoyable vibe, and people were buying it. The device calculated something called Nike Fuel Points. These points were proprietary information tallied by monitoring the user's motions and translating them into a generalized point system for physical activity. The precise Nike Fuel calculation formula used to determine the points is unknown to this day. Whatever the case, these fuel points helped people access milestones and were shared on social media or with friends, creating a social network out of fitness. It was common for consumers to compete each week to see who could get the most Nike Fuel points while supporting one another during the challenges. Aside from the points, the bracelet would also notify you of the time, the number of steps you have taken, and calories burned, and would provide brief motivational words after each action, which was enjoyable to people. This strategy gave many people motivation to lead a more active lifestyle. So, it's safe to say that the product initially seemed pretty successful and quickly rose to fame. A bunch of reasons can be attributed to its immediate success. Chapter 2. Positive aspects. One key factor was its sleek, minimalist, and excellent design, making it appealing to many people. The device was also lightweight and flexible, making it comfortable and easy to wear. Additionally, the Fuelband was one of the first wearable fitness trackers on the market. It was the third of its kind, after Jawbone Up and Fitbit. It offered a range of features that were unavailable on other devices at the time, such as tracking activity levels throughout the day. The Fuelband also integrated with the Nike Plus website, which allowed users to set goals, track progress, and compete with their friends, which made the whole experience exciting and enjoyable. The device also had LED lights that showed progress towards the goal and synced with the user's smartphone, which made it easy to see progress and set new goals. Its battery was charged very quickly and also lasted a long time. Another critical factor that contributed to Fuelband's popularity was Nike's successful marketing and branding. The company already had a solid reputation and a loyal customer base. This helped the company easily and effectively market the Fuelband as a fashionable and trendy accessory that could help the population improve their fitness and overall well-being. It also helped create a sense of community and motivation among Fuelband users, and the company leveraged this to create a loyal customer base for the product. And, of course, the Nike Plus Fuelband was popular because it was indeed a well-designed, innovative device that offered a range of features that were not available in other wearable fitness trackers at the time, effectively marketed by a well-known and reputable company. Chapter 3. Negative aspects and decline. The Fuelband, as Nike's first attempt at connected hardware, had the potential to remain a great fitness tracker, but it had its limitations, and there were many areas for improvement. The tracker was not as accurate for tracking lower body and weight resistance activities such as cycling, yoga, or weightlifting, and it was easy to cheat and gain more fuel points by waving one's arms. The small USB-powered design was intended to make charging more accessible, but it was faulty and was more prone to breaking. The sign-up process should have been simplified, eliminating the need to set up multiple accounts and download software. Additionally, the design of the Fuelband could be made more user-friendly with a lighter weight and improved readability. One primary concern was that the Fuelband was only water-resistant, not waterproof, which limits its use for activities such as swimming. To appeal to a broader range of users, it would have been much more beneficial for the Fuelband to be fully waterproof. Another area for improvement is the functionality of the device. If the Fuelband was going to remain clunky, it should have offered additional features such as streaming music or tracking healthy eating habits. Additionally, the communication between the iPhone app and the Fuelband needed to be improved, as there had been instances where the app failed to sync with the band, which resulted in incomplete data. 5 years after its release, Nike discontinued the Fuelband, their popular wearable device. According to Jordan Rice, Senior Director of Nike NXT Smart Systems Engineering, the hype surrounding wearables at the time was overblown, and the devices, including the Fuelband, were based on a shallow premise. Jordan Rice stated that even though the release of the Fuelband was a success as it generated a lot of attention and engagement from consumers, early fitness wearables like the Fuelband bombarded their users with data, such as the step count, height jumped, traveled distance, etc. But how is this a bad thing? Well, this meant that the device also offered little to interpret these metrics in a way that contributed long-term value, according to Rice. As soon as Nike started developing new sensors and collecting more data, the company realized that fewer customers were using their Fuelbands. The company aimed to provide consumers with data but failed to give them enough depth and meaning. Mainly, this lack of depth ultimately led to the discontinuation of the Fuelband. In April 2014, Nike officially stopped the production of the Fuelband and halted plans for future wearable releases while offering limited support for the previously sold devices. Around the same time, Apple announced the launch of its smartwatch, which Nike supported with its running and athletics apps. The director of Nike later revealed that he was a bit bored with these wearables, the quantified self, and with pleading with customers to adopt a complicated but ultimately shallow technology. According to him, the company's experience with the Fuelband line and the quantified self movement has taught the company valuable lessons about what today's fitness consumers look for in products. Rice stated that consumers today are looking for intelligent, personal, and, most importantly, frictionless products. He explained that there is a tendency when creating gadgets and connected devices to forget the frictionless aspect and to ask the consumer to do more without giving them something in return. He stressed how important it is to ensure that the services a product offers are helpful to the consumer. Instead of answering non-specific and easy questions, dedicated, special sensors and devices should be able to directly address its users' less apparent issues and provide answers that users would otherwise be unable to discern. Another major problem was the fact that it was only available for iPhone users, which meant that the Android users who wanted to try the device were left in the dark. Despite the overwhelming demand for an Android-compatible app, it took Nike 2.5 years to finally release it. But by that time, the market was already saturated with other fitness trackers, and Nike's Fuelband app was no longer the only game in town. The Innovo Group's case study did a good job summarizing the reasons behind the decline of Nike's Fuelband. It highlighted that the rising competition in the market played a significant role in the product's demise. As new and innovative fitness trackers entered the market, it became increasingly difficult for Fuelband to stand out and retain its market share. Additionally, the case study points out that Nike's shift towards focusing on new areas like software proved to be a challenge for the company. They had trouble adapting to the rapidly evolving technology and software landscape. Furthermore, the absence of precise knowledge of consumer motivations to use wearable technology played a significant role. This lack of understanding led to a disconnect between the product and its target market, ultimately resulting in its decline. After its discontinuation, Nike chose to concentrate on software, improving the Nike Plus app and later collaborating with Apple on the Apple Watch since it saw that smartphones were becoming able to carry out many of the tasks that the Fuelband did. The partnership with Apple allowed Nike to continue providing a connected experience for its customers while continuing to innovate in other areas. Chapter 4. Lessons to learn from the rise and fall of Nike. Even though it is not on the market today, Nike Fuelband was an innovative and original concept that brought awareness to the potential of fitness connectivity. It helped to set the standard for effective community building through fitness. Even though Nike could not compete with businesses like Apple and Garmin, it appears that Nike's choice to stop selling the Fuelband was brilliant. It was very closely calculated and helped the company prevent additional failure in this market. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. You can also visit our website riseandbust.com for more videos and stories like this.